Hey everybody, we are back, the Hurricane HQ, for our official 5 p.m. tropical update for August 18th, 2020. And I'm sorry about the 1 minute and 50-second wait just a minute ago. We had a little bit of difficulties while trying to start the setup, I guess. And also, I want to try something new. You guys, if you have any questions throughout the video, if you have any questions about anything we're saying or anything like that, just simply leave a comment in the live chat and we'll get back to you in the live stream later into the video. So let's get started. So right here we have our live 5 p.m. tropical update for August 18th, 2020. And as you can see over here, these are our two areas to watch, or Invest 97L and Invest 98L. And this is as of 2 p.m. advisory. This is the latest update from the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida. And today's comment of the day, same as earlier, is Night Marez. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And he said, I do be scared in Louisiana though, and I agree. Invest 97L actually may have a direct hit there, and if I was there, I would be scared too, so I definitely agree. And before we start, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next update. So here's our current Atlantic disturbances over the next 5 days, and this is just a wider view of what you just saw, and this is Invest 97L and Invest 98L. They both have a high chance of developing in the next few days. And sorry about that. Here's our current average forecast tracks for August. And as we can see, these tropical waves, they really do come from around here. And they move out of Africa and either head this way, more northern, or southern, and right through the Western Antilles Islands. And this is actually the track Invest 97L is taking right now. It is currently around here and is moving just about into the Gulf. We're not totally sure if it's going to make landfall on Louisiana or Texas or even at all, although it's still something to watch very carefully. And Invest 98L is mostly going to take this more northern track. Either going to head somewhere south or through Florida, or up the East Coast again as our second East Coast system. Another route some of the models have been taking is actually right up through into the Atlantic Ocean, although that can definitely vary depending on the current way the high pressure is going, steering it. So right now we have our area investigation, which is Invest 98L, and this is the Hurricane HQ forecast for the impacts, and as you can see, most likely those impacts possibly could be all the way up the East Coast. Right now, I wouldn't even rule out Bermuda yet. Although I think all the way from East Texas area all the way up to Canada possibly some major impacts. I know some models earlier actually showed a Category 3 or 4 hurricane-sized storm actually hitting Canada and along the East Coast, although that was only one model. So I don't think that'll actually happen. That's really the worst case scenario, although this has potential to become a major hurricane, and I think a Category 1 or 2 is definitely likely, or even possible Cat 3. And now we're going to go take a look at the official Tropical Tidbits forecast for Invest 98L. And right now, this is what this system looks like. This is our infrared plus image from Tropical Tidbits, and sorry about the loading screen. It is you could kind of see that defined eye around here, so you could definitely see a little bit of an eye around here. Definitely some circulation, and definitely something to watch. And it is getting a little bit more organized. Currently, we're seeing winds of up to like 25 mile per hour in sustained winds and up to 35 in gusts. And you guys can check out our website. I'll leave the link in the description. And let's take a look at the global hurricane models. And these actually show it starting to make either heading south of Puerto Rico and kind of taking a similar direction as Invest 97L, and anything that really takes it up here does show that turn northerly, although it depends when they take it. Some take it earlier and before it hits Florida, and some after it starts to make that turn. So most likely it will turn that northern turn, although it depends where and when it does. If it does take the southern way, most likely very low impacts and not as powerful. Although there has been powerful storms that head in a similar way, so I wouldn't rule that out either. According to the GFS model, a lot of these tracks do take it up this northerly direction, and most of them actually into the Atlantic to mid-Atlantic area. And some of them even get it to quite strong in that ocean. Like right here, we actually see a Category 4 to 5 strength around here. So possibly a major hurricane, possibly something to worry about. And especially even if this does shift more eastward, the East Coast could be getting some serious impacts. Same with Florida. Florida, you are not out of the picture here. Usually these things do sometimes track more eastward and kind of spare Florida, like Isaias didn't have a direct hit. Although this one, it looks like the average is taking it right through the center of Florida and right through Orlando area, right up into the Atlantic Ocean. And the Canadian model is kind of a mess. It shows both into the Atlantic Ocean and through Florida, in even one or two heading near the Gulf or even into the Gulf. So definitely something to watch no matter what model you look at. And our intensity guidance right now is showing it actually getting to tropical storm, and that's almost a guarantee. Although Category 1, 2, and even 3 hurricane, not as likely. Although this definitely can change. And it definitely will change. It may have most of these models actually make it to Cat 1, and it may weaken. It depends really on what happens, and it's just something to watch. I'm sure these models will change, although still it's something to really watch, and possibly even something to continue watching over the next 5 days. And now I would like to take a look at Invest 97L. It's still an area of investigation, has slightly lower chances, although still a 70% chance of developing, and we could see going to Invest 97.0. We have our spaghetti models. Or first, we'll take a look at this infrared plus image, and you could still, sorry about this, you could still definitely see this circulation. The circulation is definitely something you could see, and right around here you could probably see that circulation. It's not as well organized as the other system, although you could definitely see that circulation there. And now let's take a look at the global hurricane models, and it only shows 2 models, which is not really a good sign. And really, both of them take it right through Mexico and don't even have any impacts on mainland U.S. at all. Possibly some coastal problems and higher waves, although not much. And even the GFS doesn't really show it getting that strong. It does show some decreasing in pressure, even down to around 90 millibars. But this one actually takes it right into Louisiana, and that is one thing we're watching for with this system. And here's our Canadian model, and I don't think this one's that accurate. This one does have a lot of models, although it doesn't look like it knows what it's doing at all. It's like it does show the average of them heading into Louisiana, which is also not a good sign, although these models are kind of a mess, and I don't know how it would survive at 1,000 to 990 millibars all the way up the United States, almost near the Great Lakes area, and then make that right turn through New Jersey at around 1,005 to 1,000 millibars. And that's actually decently strong. Probably around trouble depression. Although, I don't know. I don't really think I trust the Canadian model that much. And here's our intensity guidance. And this, I don't feel that confident in. Most of them do show it hitting tropical storm force. Although, once they hit tropical storm force, it looks like they just head right back down. And they actually head back up, which I guess is something to watch. Although, I don't expect too much from this system. And I don't even think it'll reach Category 2 like this model is showing. Although, it is possible. And you can't deny that. So, now, if you guys have any questions, you could put them in the live chat area. And if you guys are wondering what I think has a better chance of developing, I believe it is... I'm sorry about that. I believe it technically is Invest 98L. Sorry about this, everybody. It seems as if I've done something wrong. 1 second, everybody. Please let me just check this. I seem to have used the wrong file. Very sorry about that, everybody. So if you guys have any questions, you can put them in the live chat right now, and I'll respond to them. Again, I'm very sorry about that mix-up. Alright, well, if you guys do have any other questions, now is the time I can answer them. And I guess there's not much to really go over right now. That is most likely everything there is to say. With Invest 90L, I believe there's a higher chance of it affecting more people and possibly getting up to Category 3 status. And also, I would like to mention something. We actually joined Vimeo. It's similar to YouTube. It's also a video service, and if you guys, if you like, you could follow us on Vimeo too to support the channel and help us grow a little bit better. The channel's goal is to really just educate as many people as possible about the current hurricanes, tropical storms, and anything that threatens not only the U.S. but the entire Atlantic Ocean area. And actually, I would like to bring up one more thing. I would like to head back right over to the Eastern Pacific right now with Gingivive, Hurricane Gingivive. I believe right now it's a major hurricane. I believe. 1 second. Let's head to Gingivive. And right now, it doesn't say what category it is, but right now it is a major hurricane right now. I believe Category 4. Let's take a look at the intensity guidance. Yeah, so right now, Hurricane Gingivive is a Category 4 hurricane and continuing to slightly gain strength, although it's going to begin that weakening very shortly as it is slowly going to enter that cooler water. Here is the SPI models for this, although it's not really supposed to affect land that much. It's really not forecast to affect any lands and possibly just large waves. And tropical storm warnings are up for parts of Baja California and tropical storm watches up here. And if you don't know what tropical storm warnings and watches are, you can actually look on our channel. We actually created a video on that earlier today, so you could check that out. And I guess that's going to wrap it up for this video, and I hope you all found this educational. If you have any other comments, leave them in the comments section below. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next update, and we'll see you in the next one.